All right, so I just badged into another Manchester United fan here, and according to him, he said he's been supporting Manchester United for the past 19, 20, or
Since
thereabout
the Fergie
years.
days.
Since the faggot days, that's what he said. Bro, what's up with you, bro?
Thank you.
What's the name like?
James. You can call me
You could call you?
Hover.
All right, Hover, that's the name. James, that's what he said. All right, James, let's cut to the chase, right? Manchester United, are you satisfied with the way they ended the last season? How did they actually perform? Are you quite satisfied with their performance, or you wanted a little more from them? But just tell me your general assessment of the just concluded season.
It was a very disappointing season for every Manchester United fan. To me, the season was like 3/10 for me because we signed good players. And actually, you can't really blame the managers. There were injuries as well. There was no structure to back him up as well. So he was doing all the work from signing of players and everything like that. So it was no easy one for both the fans and the coach. But what I like about the whole thing is Bruno Fernandes came out, spoke to us, have faith in both in the manager and the players, which they gave us the FA Cup, which was more like a consolation for us.
All
But
right, you
it
say
was not enough for we fans because Manchester United is a big club. We were supposed to be up there with the Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and the rest, but we were down there with the Chelseas and the rest of them, which is not cool to me.
yeah, let me ask you this question. Before the season started, the acquisition of Rasmus Højlund gave fans so much excitement and stuff like that. So most Manchester United fans were in high spirit that the season was definitely going to end on a high side. Could you just spot what actually went wrong for the fans? They just want to know what was actually
I
the
feel
fault.
I feel the major problem last season was the injuries. It was very, very unfair. If you look at our backlines last season, maybe you see Maguire, Johnny Evans next match, maybe you see Johnny Evans with Rafael Varane. So it was not really working from the attack to the midfield and everywhere was not just working. So Rasmus calling him is a young kid, he's a young lad. So I was not really expecting much from him because he's coming from another league and all like that. So I didn't expect much from him. So I'm not really disappointed. I think he has 16 or more goals or so. So for me, he did very well, rating maybe 7/10 or so. And I'm expecting more in the future for him.
All right, definitely. Let's look at the changes that have actually happened in the management structure. Omar Barada from Manchester City just took over the reins as the CEO, and then Dan Ashworth, the sporting director, Will Cox, the technical director, and then Christopher Vivell, the scouting director, and of course Van Nistelrooy coming over to meet Ten Hag as the assistant manager, and of course the Go Ahead Eagles coach who just resigned and then went straight to Old Trafford to meet Ten Hag. It's a massive overhaul there.
Yeah.
Is this going to be reflective of what's going to be on the pitch? Is this actually going to be like uh, a good sign for Manchester United this season? What do you feel about that?
I feel it's going to be a very good sign this season because if you watch last season, we were lacking goals. So bringing in Van Nistelrooy is a very, very good sign. It should be one of the signings of the season for me. You have a young Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zexich, and Marcus Rashford, who didn't really Zexich did well before he came to Manchester
Yeah.
United. But Højlund, I was expecting a little more, but he did okay. But Rashford was very poor. His positioning in the box, movement was very, very poor. So bringing a Ruud Van Nistelrooy who scored more than 100 Premier League goal to me is the signing of the season.
Yeah.
So it's a make or break season for Erik Ten Hag.
All right.
That's
Make or break season for how what's your prediction for this season? Where do you see Manchester United ending? I'll be asking you how the top four is going to look like for you, but what's your target as a Manchester United fan? Is it going back into the Champions League or ending in the top four or maybe winning the Premier League?
going back to the Champions League for me now is top priority because we're a big club. We are supposed to be playing with the big boys. So getting the Champions League is the priority for me. Then the second thing is the Europa League.
Or your priority is just getting the Europa Cup and getting back into the Champions League. Okay, the Premier League is not the target.
No, 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 no. I don't see Manchester United winning the Premier League maybe in the next 2 or 3 years or so because we are still
What?
rebuilding.
In
Yeah,
the next 3 or 4 years?
no, 2 or 3 years or so. We are still rebuilding, and also I don't see we can't compete with City and Arsenal. That's just the basic truth.
I know, definitely. I know that. I'm just asking you that. Okay, let's just take a look at the transfer. window, what is happening? Manchester United have actually landed two great players, Euro from Lille and then Zegzi from Bologna. How do you feel? How excited are you about the transfer window? Is Manchester United cooking?
We are cooking. That's just the basic truth. And I believe Yen Euro is the clear Mbappe of defenders. That's just the basic truth. You saw how Real Madrid was going for him, and also I believe we have a gene there. And I'm expecting a lot from him this season. Despite he's just only 18 years old, I believe he will do wonders for us. Kylian Mbappe did it. Rafael Varane did it at Real Madrid. So I'm hoping to see a lot from him.
All right. Before I just let you go, James, I really appreciate your time, though. But how is the top four going to look like? That was what I was definitely going to ask you before I let you go. You just predict the top four from top to four?
Okay.
I know it's a hard one though.
Okay. So my sound with I'm going for Manchester United, Manchester City
Okay. Okay.
as they are the current champions. I see them still winning the Premier
You
League.
see them retaining it.
Yes. Arsenal might still be there.
Arsenal number two.
Yes, yes.
All
Then
right.
my take should be Liverpool or Manchester United third or fourth. I don't know how
Or
this will
either
be.
Manchester United or Liverpool
Third or
three
fourth.
or four.
I don't know how maybe.
All right. So you don't see Chelsea coming near that or what?
Oh, Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. They have made a lot of signings to me that just how should I put it? Young boys who doesn't have experience or so. So I don't see them really doing well in this upcoming seasons. I just see them being from 8 to 7 position or so. That's one prediction of them. It may shock me if they finish above Manchester United. That's me being sincere.
Well, James, thank you. I appreciate your time on Silker Street Boys, man.